My name is Lola. As you can see, I'm a brown-throated three-toed sloth. And I'm coming to you live from my tree somewhere in the South American rainforest. Unfortunately, it wasn't possible for me to be there in person because of COVID, and it will probably take me 15 years to get to the airport. Plus, I usually need a month to digest a meal, so in-flight dining is tricky for me. But through the wonders of Zoom, I'm able to share my story with people across the world. And I want to thank the organizers for inviting me to speak today. Now, I know I don't seem like an obvious choice for a motivational speaker, but oh dear. I could pick that up, but it will take me 30 minutes down and back, so that's why I only descend to the forest floor on Wednesdays to take a shit. Sorry, you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little rough around the edges. I'm not used to company. Haven't talked to a soul since that hot hunk of hair answered my mating scream last breeding season. Man, he was a firecracker. Best 5 seconds of my life. And I haven't seen a human being in must be years, which is great because they usually come around when they want to shoot us. At least it's more likely to be a tranquilizer than a bullet these days. I think they got jack of all that because we wouldn't fall out of the tree even when we die. But apparently, there is a market for us as pets. I know, hard to fathom why anyone would want me over a Labrador, but people are local. Can you imagine how long a game of fetch will take? And unless they have a cecropia tree in their living room, I ain't gonna be great company. We get very attached to our trees. I was born in this one about 4 years ago, and why would I move? It's comfy, well ventilated, has a nice view, and this tree and I have a unique symbiotic relationship. I climb down every Wednesday to fertilize it. And as long as the tree keeps those leaves and flowers coming, 24-hour buffet. But wait, there's more. Moths lay eggs in my deposit, and when they mature, they fly up to make their home on me. You might say I'm a breathing, living ecosystem. Beetles, mites, moths, all kinds of creatures set up shop in my fur because they like the algae. And the algae helps me blend into the tree. See? Win-win. Nature is such a trip, man. I can see why that Attenborough dude gets off on it. So, as I was saying, I guess when you think motivational speaker, you don't immediately think sloth, but stay with me. Look at sloth in any dictionary, and right beside me there is another definition. An excessive laziness or failure to act and utilize one's talents. And that can be even started on the 7 deadly sins. Some Pope Gregory dude in the 6th century wants to convert pagans and drags me into his cautionary tale. Apparently, I'm right up there with eating yourself silly and wanting to part your neighbor's wife. It doesn't do much for a gal's self-esteem, is all I'm saying. Okay, I travel at an average speed of 4 meters per minute and I sleep for 20 hours a day so I can see where they're coming from. But you try sprinting with 4-inch claws, a body that is only 30% muscle, and legs half as long as your arms. It ain't easy. And the thing is, it's not even in my best interest to be herring around. If I move faster, I'd be more noticeable. And that is not what you want to be when you live in the forest and you are the protein du jour on some big cat's special board. What they don't tell you in the dictionary is that if you put us in water, we are breaststroke champions. I tell you no lie. Natural buoyancy, which comes in handy in a rainforest that floats a lot. And I have one neat little trick. I can reduce my heart rate and hold my breath for 40 minutes. True. Okay, I'm not going to win any beauty contest, but I do have a resting small face. Think about that for a minute. How many times have you wished that you had a permanent smile on your face and didn't have to force 17 facial muscles into overdrive? Meeting day lost, posing for your wedding photos, going to your friend's comedy show. And I have one other trick up my sleeve. I call it the exorcist. I can turn my head 270 degrees. No shit. Extra vertebrae in my neck. So I can keep an eye on those pesky hunters and predators without disturbing a single moth luxuriating in his bed of algae. That is not a failure to utilize one's talents, is all I'm saying. Like I said earlier, we live a pretty quiet life unless it's breeding season. Then it's up to do my bit for the species. And despite being the slowest creatures on land, we have survived. Sure, we are not the size of elephants like our ancient ancestors, but we're still hanging in there, literally. There are 4 species of 3-toed sloths alone. And don't get me even started on the 2-toed guys. We are the members of the genus Bradypus. That's right, we have our own genus and a 70 family sitcom named after us. And if we are lucky enough not to get eaten, we can get 30 good years. Which may not sound great to you, but as far as lifespans go in the wild, it's not to be sneezed at, believe me. So I guess my take-home message is, you might not be an old painting. You might be shit at athletics. In fact, you might not have moved off the couch for the last 6 months. You might not get laid more than once a year. And people might use unkind words when they describe you. You might feel that you are surrounded by hunters and predators, and you might appear ill-equipped to handle them. But you still have worth. You have unique talents and skills that nobody realizes, maybe not even you. There are whole ecosystems that rely on you being exactly where and who you are. There is a moth out there who needs you to live and will be very sad if you die. Maybe not a real moth, maybe a metaphorical moth, or maybe a real moth, who knows? You can survive in this world with what you have. The universe has made sure of that. So, don't stress. Do what comes natural, be the best you can be, and just live your life. Whatever that life may be. That's my beach, people. Do like the sloth girl. Chillax and hang in there. I would love to save our questions, but I guess nature is calling. What can I say? I told them not to schedule it for a Wednesday.